So before this video starts, I'd just like to thank you guys for the support. We're already nearly at 900 subscribers and it's been 2 days. So a lot of people are kind of confused with the giveaway. To enter the giveaway, you have to comment on this video here, the most surprising NBA players. Any comments on other videos won't be taken into account, so for that reason I'm going to be delaying the giveaway 1 extra day, because even though the majority of people did comment on that video, a lot still commented on the other video and a lot on my main channel. So I'm going to give an extra day. If you did comment on the wrong video, you can now comment on the right one to just get entered into the giveaway, and I will be doing the giveaway in tomorrow's video. So James Harden is one of the best players in the world. Most people consider him either the best or second best offensive player in the world. He's a great shooter, he's a great passer, he can get to the basket, and even though he doesn't have the athleticism of other superstars, can still score with ease. But there's one thing that James Harden isn't, and has never been considered at any time in his career, and that's clutch. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 massive games in James Harden's career where he underperformed, and some would even go as far as to say he choked in these games. To start off this list, we have to go all the way back to 2012, where he was the 6th man for the Oklahoma City Thunder team that also had Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. And this wasn't just one game, it was the entire NBA Finals that Harden seriously underperformed. Apart from the first half of Game 2 where he scored 17 points, he only scored a total of 62 points in this series. During the series, he only shot 48 shots. He shot 18 of 48 and 7 from 22 for 3, which means he averaged nearly 6 points less per game and also shot 15% worse than he did that regular season. During the season before that series, he'd only scored in single digits 4 times, which was really good considering he was coming off the bench. And in the finals, he did it in 3 of the 5 games. James Harden came up extremely short in this series, which led to a lot of articles being written about him, blaming him for the finals loss, including this article from Bleacher Report saying that James Harden's disappearing act cost Thunder the NBA Finals. It was that bad that people blamed the 6th man on losing the finals. Fast forward 3 years and his Houston Rockets team are in the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. While I wouldn't put this one anywhere near as bad as the next one or the last one because they had no chance against the Warriors anyway, his Game 5 was arguably the worst game of his career while facing elimination. James Harden had scored 45 points in Game 4 to bring it into a Game 5, but in Game 5, in 43 minutes, only attempted 11 shots. Yes, only attempted 11 shots, which shows that he wasn't even trying to shoot the ball. It wasn't that he was just playing badly, he didn't even try to score. He also turned the ball over 12 times, which was a record for the most turnovers in the history of the NBA while facing elimination. He scored 14 points, shot 18% from the field, and shot 0 from 3 for 3. While not that much of a choke per se because they had no chance anyway, it was still arguably the worst game of James Harden's career. And if they had have won that game, they were home for Game 6, and they could have possibly brought that to a Game 7. But it still doesn't change the fact that this was a massive game for James Harden, and again, he came up short. And of course, you can't forget this year's Game 6. The reason I made this video, and it was possibly the worst game that we've ever seen from a player of James Harden's standard, especially facing elimination. So James Harden, just like Game 5 2 years ago, only shot 11 shots and again went 2 of 11. He went 2 of 9 from 3, so went 0 from 2 from inside the 3. He only took 2 shots that weren't 3-pointers. He was so bad that people like Stephen A. Smith are convinced he was on drugs, and no one can really understand how he was this bad. But to be honest, he was equally as bad 2 years ago against the Golden State Warriors. But this year was supposed to be different. James Harden is an MVP candidate, and any other season would have won MVP with 29.1 points and 11.2 assists per game. He was also playing a San Antonio Spurs team who were missing their best defender, Kawhi Leonard, and had Jonathan Simmons guarding him, who didn't really play much at all until Leonard got injured. But still, he only scored 10 points, turned the ball over 6 times, and got fouled out for the first time in the season. James Harden had one of the biggest chokes I think I've ever seen of a superstar. There can be no excuses made. The other team's best defensive player was no longer there. He was being guarded by a bench player. He was also playing at home. So this shows that the pressure really got to him. He couldn't step up, and to be honest, a player like James Harden with that mentality, if it doesn't change, he's not only never going to get a ring, but teams with James Harden on them will never get a ring because of how ball dominant he is. So anyway, that's the video. These are, in my opinion, 3 times that James Harden came up really short in important games in his career. He's still relatively young, so he can definitely bounce back from this, but to be honest, I can't see it happening. So anyway, that's the video. If this video can hit 50 likes, that would be insane. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.